This week's video features a really quick flip. Therefore, it's kind of a short video, but you'll want to stay tuned to the end because I'm going to show you a few little tips and tricks. So if you like this content, I hope you'll subscribe. As you can see, there's a few surface scratches, but the frame is good. And what I do is disconnect it by finding the right star bit and then just using the screw gun and taking everything apart. The bottom, which is actually inverted on the top, is with the star screws, and the top is held on just by regular Phillips head screws. So we get rid of those, and if you're wondering what that little sticker says, it says that this is Ashley Furniture. So I take a little sandpaper over those rough spots, and then I use Silk All-in-One Mineral Paint because it has a built-in primer, and I just paint that outer edge, and I'm using the color Conch, which is a kind of a pale pink color. And I use 2 coats, and then I come back in and I'm using Iron Orchid Design Fronds Stamp. I'm using black ink, and I just go around and don't stamp your piece on the areas you don't want ink on. It did kind of come off, but you want to caution with that. I just kind of work my whole way around the piece. And I'm also using the masks that come with it, as you'll see. So I'm going to stamp this large leaf here. And then after I do that, I'm going to use the corresponding mask for it. And what that does is it allows you to stamp over it, but still keep that image in front. So it looks like that leaf is actually in front of the other leaf that I put on top of it. And it really kind of gives it dimension. It makes it look more realistic. So I place it down there, and then I decide to use that mask first. So there are other applications where it's really important to do that, but I just thought it gave it some more dimension on this piece. I stamp the bottom as well, and then I spray it with Rustoleum's 2X clear coat to seal it. I do the same for the top. You can see what happened where I sanded. The tannins in the wood came through. Even though I used an all-in-one paint, sometimes that's not enough. And so I would need to use a stain blocking primer. I could have just sprayed that sealer on before I started painting. It's really prominent right now while it's wet because I just sprayed it with the sealer, but I have to decide if I want to redo it or not. After it dried, it wasn't as prominent, and it actually lent itself to the wood tone that I left in the middle of the piece. Let's take a look back from where we started and where we are now. Now I'm going to let you in on a few little secrets. Now you see that we always stage our finished product, and I do want you to look at the picture, but you can see that the chair that I paired it with is just not going to the same party, as I always like to say. They're two different styles, but I didn't have a lot of time here, so I used some magic of photo editing to create some new looks for you. So I always like to take a few close-ups, so they're okay. But I can change up the rest of the photos with a few simple apps on my phone. The first one is Photo Room. What it does is it takes my picture that I take on any background, and then I can put it in the app and it'll remove all of the background, leaving only my table, in this case, on a transparent background. Then I put it into PicsArt, and then I can put any background behind my table. So here I've put it on that large one, then I can put it on a larger canvas and change it so that it's suitable for YouTube, and then I can change it for any background here. So what I did here, I thought this was a little more boho. So I started with this and I got rid of that table over there. I cropped it and then I added in my table. And then, like the plant, where did it come from? It's called a sticker, and I just added it in. So that's the finished product. I thought you'd like these few little tips and little secrets sometimes that you see. Not everything is exactly the way it seems. So, hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Thank you so much for watching today. If you like this video, how about giving it a thumbs up and also share it with your friends? If you haven't subscribed, you'll want to do that so you don't miss anything. Visit us at LaVintageDecor.company, and on Instagram we're LaVintageDecor, and on Facebook we're LaVintageDecor Altoona. Stay well.